provided me now a man that can play well and bring him to me. And they answered, and let's get on down to verse 19. And wherefore Saul sent messages unto Jesse and said, send David thy son, which is with thee sheep. And Jesse took an ass, loaded with bread and whatnot. Let's get on down to verse 21. And David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved them greatly, and he became his armor bearer. And Saul sent unto Jesse, saying, let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight. Now let's get on down here. It says, and it came to pass, when an evil spirit from God, not from the devil, from God was upon David, was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hand. And so Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. See that? Ain't no devil. I mean, but if you don't go back and you let this bullshit of the New Testament perpetuate these lies to you, you believe any damn thing. But let's go a little further. Now, let's go here and look at 1 Samuel 18. All right? Let's go to 1 Samuel 18. Let's turn the page just a little bit. Go to 1 Samuel 18. Or let's look at 18:10. All right? Look at 18:10 now. Look what it says. All right. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house, and David played with his hands as at other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand. I mean, my sister, brother, God is running this man out of his damn mind. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it. And David avoided out of his presence twice. Here this man sitting inside his house with a javelin in his hand. Now picture this right there, my sister and brother. You come into one of your family members' house, and everybody's around there, and he's sitting up in there with a AK-47 with a banana clip in it, or either SR-15, and he's sitting up there. He's not saying nothing. Nobody looking all crazy. You would say he was out of his damn mind. You would. You would say this damn fool is out of his mind. And you can see right here, this evil spirit that God put on his ass was driving him out of his mind. He was agitating it. But anyway, let's go a little further here. Let us go to 1 Samuel 19. Watch it right here. 1 Samuel 19. Let's look at verses 9. All right. Now let's read verses 8 and 9. It says, and there was war again, and David went out and fought with the Philistines, and slew them with a great slaughter, and they fled from him. And the evil spirit from who the Lord was upon Saul, as he sat in his house with a javelin in his hand. My sisters and brothers, this thing is so easy now, I tell you. I mean, it is. This thing is so easy now, it just comes. I mean, here's this man here, David is out there fighting in battle, and this man is sitting up in his damn house with a javelin in his hand, trying to figure out who could he kill. Now, that is crazy. Now, look what he said. He said, and Saul sought to smite David even to the wall with the javelin, but he slipped away out of Saul's presence, and he smote the javelin into the wall, and David fled and escaped that night. See that? It wasn't no evil spirit from no devil. It wasn't an evil spirit from Satan, as they say, or the devil, or Lucifer. This is God doing all of it now. God is doing this. Now, let's go a little further here. Let's look at 1 Kings. Let's go to 1 Kings. 1 Kings, 1 Kings 22. 1 Kings chapter 22. Let's look at that. 1 Kings 22. Okay. Let's look at this right here. 1 Kings 22. God has many spirits. Now, let's look at this. Let's look at 1 Kings 22:21. Look what it says. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord. See that? But check out what kind of spirit it is. And said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, who? The spirit? He says, wherewith? How are you going to persuade him? And he said, who? The spirit? I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit. In the mouth of all his prophets. And he shall say, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. God has told his evil spirit, this lying spirit, go ahead and be a lying spirit in his mouth. Do y'all see here that the Most High says, I ruleth in the kingdom of man. Ain't nobody running the show but me. Ain't no devil running nothing. Ain't no Satan running nothing. And Lucifer damn sure ain't running nothing. Now, let's go a little further. I know my critic out there going to try to come against it, but my sister and brother, you guys know what you're reading. You know that that what I'm showing you is facts. This is not a suggestion. This is not what I think. The Lord's name is here. I mean, this is undeniable. Now, look what he says here also. Now, therefore, behold, the Lord has put a lying spirit. Now, this is 23. A lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets. And the Lord has spoken evil concerning thee. But you give a New Testament over him with this bullshit about Jesus. And Jesus is, in other words, now you know who's doing all this. You look at this bullshit in the New Testament, now you see that there's a so-called tug of war between God and Jesus. Because everything that God puts on a person, Jesus turn around and take it off. But my sisters and brothers, that couldn't be further from the truth. He ain't taking the damn thing off. Like I say, that over there, that New Testament is nothing but bullshit. Can't nobody take nothing off of you but the Most High. Nobody else. Now, let's go a little further. Let's go to 2 Chronicles. The 2 Chronicles. Let's go there. See, because my sisters and brothers, you need to see this with your own eyes. 2 Chronicles, chapter 18. Let's look at that. We're going to read verse 20 down to 22. 2 Chronicles 18, and verses 20 down to 22, okay? Now look what it says here. Then there came out a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. See that? Now this is a spirit standing before God saying that I'm going to go out here and I'm going to trick this son of a bitch. I'm going to entice him. I'm going to set him up. That's what he's saying. And God agrees with it. Now look what it says, my sister and brother. I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? He said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in his mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. God saying this. Now where's all these fucking devils that Jesus talks about? Where's all these devils at? I mean, my sisters and brothers, I know you getting this. But I want these Christians to get this, where they can get the hell from around us. Because we are separated people. We are different. We are nothing like the rest of them. You Christians, get the fuck from around God's people. Get away from us, because we are not like y'all. Now look what it says in 22. He said, now therefore, behold, the Lord has put a lying spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil against thee. Right in the pages. I'm not changing anything. I'm not twisting no words. I'm telling you exactly the raw word of the Most High. I'm not being kind. I'm not being nice. I'm not being any of that bullshit. I'm being direct. I'm being straightforward. Because that's the way he wanted. He don't want you to cut no corners. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't do none of that bullshit. Bring it to him just like I give to you. And that's me. A lot of me no more.org is not going to cut no corners and bake no damn pies for nobody. We're going to put it out there on the table raw. If you don't want it, walk away from it. But it's out there. Now let's go. Let's go a little further here. Let's go to Exodus, the 15th chapter. Let's go to Exodus, the 15th chapter. See, because the Most High is the one that ruleth. I don't care what nobody says. He ain't allowed me no more. We're going to tell you everything the Most High says. All that bullshit, I ain't got time for it. And please, y'all Christians, y'all keep your dumb ass comments. If you're not going to come with some substance, keep it to yourself. Go ahead on. We don't want you around here. I'm telling you to leave. Please. Now, Exodus 15, let's look at verse 20 through 24. Look what it says. In Marion, that's the one I wanted. Exodus 15, 24 to 26. Let's look at that. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord shewed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters, and the water was made sweet. And there he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he prevailed. He proved them. And he said, if thou wilt diligently hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians. For I am the Lord thy God that healeth thee. See that? Healing comes from the Most High. You Christians can't heal nobody. Y'all can't. Jesus can't either. Jesus can't heal nobody. Only the Most High can do healing. That's it. Nobody else. Now, let's go a little further. Let's go to Exodus 23. Exodus 23. Let's go there. Exodus 23. All right. Let's look at Exodus 23, verse 24 and 25. It said, thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works. But thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and will take sickness away from the midst of thee. See that? Only the Most High can take sickness away from you. Not Jesus. Not no apostles. Not no disciples. All that bullshit about he gave 70 disciples to go out and cast out. All that bullshit. Nuh-uh. Only God can do that. Only the Most High. The mighty one of Jacob. Only he, by himself, can heal. Nobody else. And any of the prophets that he used in the old days, he